Hello, good evening, guys. This is our Friday, September week 3. All right, how is everyone doing? Sorry. All right, so happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? Hello, Yifeng, how are you? Hi, Yuri. Hi, Johnson. Hi, Yuning. Hi, Isabel. Uh, where's In Hong and where's... Who else is not here? Okay, Yuna is late as usual. Oh, he forgot. How can he forget? How do you forget a class? Like how? Oh, is it? I see. Okay, guys, we were here, right? Yeah, Yuna is a girl, but I'm talking about Hino. Okay, guys, shall we go to combustion today? Okay, shall we talk about combustion today? I just had my dinner, sorry. There's still some rice stuck in my teeth. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about combustion today. Okay. Oh, that's a bad minus. You know it doesn't exist. There's no such thing like that. Alright, guys, let's talk about combustion. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Did you guys eat enough? Had your dinner? Did you guys sleep enough? Are you ready to learn? Okay, it's a short hour class, so I hope you're ready. Okay, so let's talk about combustion today. Okay, by the way, guys, combustion is burning. All right. At your level, when it comes to science, I hope you use the word combust instead of burn. All right. Instead of saying burning, you should say combustion because it's a more scientific word. Okay. No, kaboom is explosion. Kaboom is okay, like, it's the same thing. Guys, do you know what's the difference between explosion and combustion? Explosion is just actually a very fast combustion, right? If you do combustion in a very short time, if the combustion is big enough, then it's called an explosion. Okay, I mean it looks kind of the same, but it's a bit much faster lah. Yeah, so explosion is combustion exactly. Right. So guys, let's talk about combustion. Let's talk about combustion. Combustion is the reaction that occurs when a substance is heated in the presence of oxygen, which produces heat, energy, and light energy. Okay. Guys, let's. I would not say a substance. Okay, I would call it a fuel. Okay, when a fuel is heated, right? You know what's a fuel? 燃料. Things that are flammable, things that can be burned, we call it a fuel. Like paper is actually a fuel. Okay, paper is a fuel. Plastic is a fuel because you can burn plastic. Okay, so when fuel is burned with oxygen, guys, can you see presence of oxygen? You need oxygen for combustion. Oh, he did, huh? Well, you asked him? Okay, so how you know? Maybe he's not around. Okay, who knows? Okay, so guys, fuel, when you burn something with oxygen, guys, you need. Oh, he's online elsewhere, huh? Okay, so you need oxygen, guys. You need oxygen for burning. Without oxygen, fire cannot light up. Okay, I think you know this. Okay, you know what? I'll talk about that later. Okay, so it produces heat energy and light energy. Fire is hot and fire is light. Okay, this one you know. Right, anyway, I think we learned this before already. Okay, when you put a candle into a jar, okay, when you use up the gas here, the water will rise up. And how much water rised? It's 1/5 or 20%. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean? It means we used up 20% of oxygen or 1/5 of the air for burning. And that 1/5, that 20% is your oxygen. You guys get what I mean? You guys get what I mean? That 20% that disappeared, that 20% that disappeared, that 1/5 of the gas that disappeared means it's oxygen because it's used up. Can you see? Guys, do you remember this? Do you understand what is this? Do you understand what is this? 1/5 of the gas is replaced by water. Okay. So as you can see, 1/5 or 20% is all right. All right. So you need oxygen. Okay, guys. This is what we call the triangle of combustion. Okay, the triangle of combustion. Right, guys, to start a fire, you need three things. Okay, you need three things. Number one, of course, obviously, you need oxygen. Okay, as mentioned by this experiment. Number two, obviously, you need fuel. Like I said, anything that can burn is called fuel. All right. So if you work in a petrol station, it's a very dangerous place to work in. It has a high risk of fire because it has a lot of fuel. All right. If you work in a furniture store, it's also a very high risk for combustion. Yes. Okay. Won't boom lah. They will just burn lah. Okay. What else? If you're in a library or a bookstore, that is also a high risk for combustion because it's full of paper. Right. So certain places has higher risk of combustion because they're full of fuel. All right. So next, you need heat. Guys, just because you have oxygen and fuel. Okay, you see, now you have paper beside you. Okay, well, library got aircon. I'm always there for the aircon. Okay, so guys, you see, you have paper beside you and you have oxygen beside you. Why did the thing not light up? Because you need the third thing, which is called heat. You need temperature hot enough to start burning. Okay, why you guys hate library so much? Library is a very chill place to be. It has aircon and it's quiet. It's a win-win. Okay, so anyway, so oxygen, you need oxygen for burning. You need fuel, all right, like tree branch, paper, candle, coal are burned because they are fuel. Glass rod, stone, paper clip are not burned because they are not fuel. Not fuel means they are not flammable. Okay, they are not flammable. Okay, a material will be burned when it reaches its ignition temperature. Fuel is a material that has low ignition temperature. Okay, what is ignition temperature, guys? What is ignition temperature? Everything has that temperature when it starts burning. It needs to be hot enough. Okay, the easier for it to burn, the easier for it to start burning. That means it has lower temperature. It's easier to reach. Like, okay, for example, alcohol. Guys, alcohol has very low ignition point, very low ignition temperature. Because alcohol can easily catch fire, right? Alcohol can easily catch fire. So it goes without saying, I don't think you're stupid enough. You don't put hand sanitizer on your dashboard. You know, people done that. You know, there was a person that did this. I forgot where already. Okay, and the thing caught fire. Okay, I mean, use common sense, you know lah. Okay, so okay, have you been to a petrol station before? I mean, of course you have lah. Do you know what's the difference between the yellow gun, the green gun, and the black gun? No, it's different thing. It's different thing. Which one? Okay, okay. Which one does your dad use? The green or the yellow? No idea. No idea. Yellow. Okay, mostly it's yellow lah. Mostly it's yellow lah. Anyone here uses green? Okay, guys, let me explain. Okay, the green and the yellow is your petroleum. Sorry, not petrol, petrol. Petrol. If you drive a normal car, okay, a Toyota or a Honda or most of our passenger car lah. Okay, what car do you guys have? Okay, so mostly they use petrol. The black color gun, the black color nozzle is diesel. Okay, like Isabel you say, you know, it's diesel, guys. It's called 柴油. Okay, diesel. Diesel is meant for trucks, lorries, buses. Okay, those big vehicles lah. Okay, like buses, definitely they use diesel. Trucks, those lorries, even a 4x4 truck, even a 4x4 truck uses petrol. Sorry, uses diesel. Okay, so guys, what's the difference? What's the difference? Diesel has higher ignition temperature. That means diesel is harder to burn. Okay, diesel is harder to burn. If you put diesel into your car, into your petrol car, it's bad news, right? Your engine will break because your engine cannot burn that fuel. Okay, so it's important you don't mix up. So what's the difference between 95 and 97? You know the yellow and the green one. Yellow is the cheap one. Yellow is 95, and then green one is 97. So why is there a difference? Because 97 is pure, it's purer. You get what I mean? 95 is not so pure petrol. 97 is purer petrol. So if the petrol is more pure, it has higher ignition temperature, more suitable for sports car, right? Guys, if you drive a sports car, your engine is really hot, and if you put 95 in your engine, it's gonna burn too easily because the ignition temperature is too low. You guys get what I mean? You see, 95 low ignition temperature, 97 high ignition temperature. So if you put this into your sports car wouldn't like it because it will burn too easily and you will create detonation. What is detonation? If you know about engine, detonation is a very bad thing to happen to your engine, and your engine will break very easily. This is why sports car, they mostly use 97. Okay, I mean, come on lah, guys. If you have 300,000-400,000 to get a GTR, or more than that, I don't know how much is it, 400,000 to 600,000, I guess. Okay, if you have that much money to get a sports car, you wouldn't cheap out on the petrol, isn't it? Right? Right? If you drive, let's say, okay, not even a sports car. If you drive, let's say, a Mercedes E-Class, if you drive a Mercedes E-Class, and if I walk by you, you put 95 in your car, I will be like, dude, you have like 300,000-400,000 for your car, and you're gonna cheap out on petrol? Seriously? Seriously? It's like you buy the fastest horse in the world and you let it eat cheap grass. I'm gonna so judge you. Okay, anyway, so my point is ignition temperature. So the higher the ignition temperature, the harder it is to burn, right? Like plastic has reasonably high ignition temperature, higher than paper at least. Paper has very low ignition temperature. That's why paper is very easy to burn. Okay, guys, you guys understand? You guys understand? Different fuel has different properties. Okay, different fuel has different property. And of course, when the candle finished burning, this is because there was no more fuel. Guys, you know how does a candle work? Many people thought a candle is just burning the rope inside, the wick inside. Do you know it's not like that? Do you know it's not like that? Candle is not burning the wick. Candle is burning the wax. The wick is just to carry the wax on top. Right? That's why after you burn your candle, the wax is no more. You are burning the wax. Okay, you guys know this lah. Okay, next you need heat. You need heat. This is why when you put water to a candle, the candle will extinguish because you're taking away the heat. Okay, guys, this triangle, right? This triangle, right? You take away one of it, the fire will stop. Okay, you can take away oxygen, or you can take away heat, or you can take away fuel. Right? Usually, there is no way to take away fuel. If you work in a petrol station, fuel is what you sell. How do you take away the fuel? Okay, so it's either you can take away the oxygen, or you can take away the heat. Okay, so how do you take away the heat? You use water. Water will chill the fuel down, the fire down, so the thing will stop. Okay, so the flame was extinguished. This is because the temperature of flame decreased when water was sprayed over it. Okay, so same story here. Okay, you see, I used two paper cup. One is with water, one is without water. Which one do you think will start burning? You get what I mean? Which one do you think will start burning? Of course, the empty one, lah, right? Right? Will you see this cup start burning? that will be a sight to behold, right? You have water inside, and then you see the cup suddenly on fire. Damn, that's cool, right? No, it doesn't happen, right? Because this has low temperature. The water is absorbing all the heat, so there's no way this cup will catch fire. But this cup is a paper. Paper is very low initial temperature, so it will very easily start fire. Okay, guys. So this is your your holy trinity of fire, your holy trinity of combustion. You need all three. If one of it is gone, then your fire will stop. What if you keep increasing the heat? Then you will need to wait for all the water to boil away before the cup will start burning. Okay, or the cup will just go. How do I put this? The water will just the cup will just fail and all the water will drop out. Okay, you guys get what I mean? Okay, this is the story why. Okay, this is the story why. You know what's the difference between wood and firewood? Guys, you know what is firewood? You know what is firewood? Do you know there's a difference between wood and firewood? Yes, firewood is burnt wood. Do you know if you just let's say now you go camping, let's say now you go camping, you decide to cut a tree and to start a fire, you know it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So first you need to go and get dried branches, dried tree branches and leaves. You start them burning first. Because you see, normal wood has water inside. Because it's a tree. Tree absorbs water. So normal wood has water inside and it won't burn. But firewood is when you burn them, you smoke them, or should I put it this way? You smoke the wood until there's no more water. So firewood has much lower ignition temperature. It is very easy for you to burn firewood. But normal wood, guys, you can try this. After a rain, right? Okay, after it rain, let's say now you go camping, okay, it's raining. After it rain, right, you try and collect those branches with water, tree leaves with water, the fire will not start. Okay, guys, you know starting a fire is a very important thing. Okay, let's say now I throw you to the wall, guys. If now I throw you to the wall and I want you to survive there for, say, 60 days. Okay, I strip you naked, I throw you to the wall. I want you to survive for 60 days. So the first day, okay, guys, if I were to throw you to the wall, to let you survive, I let you pick one tool to bring there. What do you bring? I will let you bring one thing. What do you bring? Anyone? Anyone? Helicopter. That is not a tool. A tool, guys, a tool. Isabel, I like the way you think, but no. Right. To survive in the wild, I will give you one tool. So what do you need? Guys, what's the most important tool? One of the most important tool to survive? Close? You already close? Close? You will need a knife. Okay, you will need a knife. A knife is the most useful tool you can ask for. Okay, and the first thing, if I throw you to the wall, if this is the first day, before the first night comes, the first thing you have to do is to start a fire. Right? If you cannot start a fire, either you be okay. First of all, fire is a very good deterrent to insects and animals. Right? If you want to get torn apart by wolves or bears or whatever, then you will need fire. All right, fire is a very strong deterrent to animals. So the first thing you have to do is to start a fire. After you start a fire, you should build a shelter. Shut up, don't talk about Minecraft, please. Okay, you know how do I know this? You know how do I know this? You know there's a show called Naked and Afraid. Okay, talking about fire, I have to talk about it. Naked and Afraid. Okay, yeah, I see they got few seasons on. Okay, this is a show from I think it was National Geographic Discovery Channel. Okay, so basically this show is when they throw you to the wall. Okay, they throw you to the wall naked, seriously naked, and they ask you to survive there for like 60 or 30 or 60 days, I forgot. Okay, freaking brutal, I tell you. Okay, it's a freaking brutal thing to do. Okay, and when they after like 60 days, you just see them lose a lot of weight. Okay, to a point, guys, to a point, they have to start eating insects and grass. Okay, because insects have very good protein. That's how you survive. So they have to eat insects. Okay, and they have to learn how to hunt. So usually the first thing they do, right? Okay, if you watch the show, the first thing they do before the first night comes, they will start a fire. For sure, they will start a fire because fire is very important, and you have to keep the fire going. You cannot put out the fire. Okay, so go watch it. Okay, anyway, how do you know? Are you inside too? Okay, then how do you know? Okay, so I can share. Okay, sure. Okay. Anyway, so this triangle of combustion. So guys, firefighting is about taking one away. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let's say it's a small fire. How do you put out a small fire? A small medium fire. What do you use? What do you use to put out a small fire? No, you don't. Okay, what do you use to put out a small fire? No. The most reliable way. You have this around your school, around shopping centers and things like that. Guys, do not add water to oil fire. Yes, you use it, right? You use a fire extinguisher. Okay, guys, I have a question here. If you are using a fire extinguisher, which part of the combustion you are taking away? Are you taking away the oxygen? Or are you taking away the heat? Or are you taking away the fuel? Fuel? That means you spray fire extinguisher, the petrol will be gone. Is it like that? Let's say your books are on fire. So you spray fire extinguisher, the books, they are suddenly gone. No, okay, they are taking away the oxygen. Because you see, when you spray fire extinguisher, okay, there are a few types of fire extinguisher. I don't know whether you know this. Okay, we'll talk about this later. The most common type of fire extinguisher is called the dry powder fire extinguisher. Guys, do you know fire extinguisher is very messy? Fire extinguisher, you have this thing called a powder fire extinguisher. Okay, so what the powder does is they cover your fuel, so oxygen cannot get to them. So there's no more oxygen, the fire will stop. Okay, so this is how fire extinguisher works. Same goes to your fire blanket. You know there's something called fire blanket. Fire blanket is a piece of cloth that you cover onto something, and the cloth is made from fiberglass. It will cut off the oxygen too. Okay, that's how it works, right? So if you go to, okay, guys, if you go to shopping centers, if you look up, can you see the sprinklers there? Can you see sprinklers there? Okay, if there's a fire, it will start spraying water. Water is to get away the heat. Okay, guys, it is almost impossible for you to get rid of the fuel. Okay, it's just the nature of it. Like if I have a library, I can't just say, oh, to stop this library from burning, I'm gonna get rid of all the books. Then you're not a library. All right, so we cannot get rid of the fuel. We only can get rid of oxygen and heat. Oh my God, stop. Don't talk about Minecraft, please. Okay. Anyway, so this is the triangle. Okay, let's talk about fire extinguisher. Let's talk about fire extinguisher. Okay, let's talk about fire extinguisher. So fire extinguisher is a protective tool that is used to put out a fire or handle a small fire during an emergency. Small to medium fire. Okay, guys, I have to ask you, do you have any or should I ask this? Did you have any firemen coming to your school to demonstrate you how to use fire extinguisher this year? Do you guys have that? Do you guys have that? Some schools they will ask every year your school has a fire drill. Do you? Your school has a fire drill. Okay, so when there's a fire drill, they will ask you to go to the field to gather, and then there will be a fireman standing there. and then he will demonstrate you how to use this fire extinguisher. Did he? Did he? No fireman ah. Then you so lame ah. Usually fire drill, there are firemen there one eh. Whatever, okay, whatever. Okay, so first of all, guys, your fire extinguisher, you actually have three types, four types actually. Okay, yeah, primary school. Okay, you have four types of fire extinguisher actually. You have water fire extinguisher, you have foam fire extinguisher, okay, you have dry powder fire extinguisher, and you have something called carbon dioxide extinguisher. Taste it already smells like shit eh. Why would you taste it? It already smells like shit. Guys, I don't know whether you have smelled fire extinguisher before. The dry powder one, my goodness, it was so bad. Okay, it smells like some kind of rat poison. It smells like that poison for what for termites. You know when your school has termites, they come and put the medicine to let the termites die. Wow, it smells exactly like that. Ugh, so disgusting. Okay, carbon dioxide, right? Carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Okay, fun fact, guys. Fun fact, this carbon dioxide fire extinguisher, right? It's actually dry ice. Because carbon dioxide is dry ice. Dry ice is carbon dioxide. Dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide. So when you spray this thing out, it's actually bloody cold. Okay, so please don't aim this on anyone. I mean, you shouldn't aim any fire extinguisher at anyone for that matter. But this carbon dioxide is going to be really cold. Okay, okay. Like I said just now, water, guys. Do you know water is a very shitty way to put out fire? Water is a very shitty way to put out fire. Okay, guys, we have. Do you know fire has actually five types? Five types. There's only four here. You have solid fire, liquid fire, gas fire, and metal fire. And then there's electric fire. Okay, electric fire. Okay, so anyway, solid fire, as the name say, is like when your curtain is on fire. Okay, but very seldomly you have solid fire. Usually you have liquid fire or gas fire. Liquid fire is your oil or alcohol or petrol. Gas is like your natural gas, your cooking gas. Okay, cooking gas. And then metal is like very reactive metal like potassium and sodium. And of course, you have electric fire. Guys, electric fire is like your phone is on fire. Your rice cooker is on fire. Any electric appliance is on fire. Okay, guys, water, as you can see, water is only good for solid fire. Okay, you don't use water on liquid because oil. You don't use it on gas. You don't use it on metal. And I don't think I need to tell you why you don't use water on electric. If your TV is on fire, please don't go get water. This is how you die. Dumb ways to die. Right? Go try. Okay, I dare you. Okay, so anyway, hey, let me tell you, oil fire, okay, oil fire, what happens when you pour water to it? This is what happens. Okay, if your pot is on fire and if it's cooking gas, if it's oil, you pour water on it and you will find out. This is what we call fuck around and find out. Okay, this fire will get even worse. It will just go up even. Okay, you know why, guys? You know why, guys? Because when you pour water, oil will vaporize. Okay, they will become vapor. Okay, and when you have oil vapor in the air, guess where the fire will go? It will just spread everywhere. Okay, if you want to turn into Anakin Skywalker, and if you watch Star Wars, right? If you want to turn into Darth Vader, please do this, right? You'll get a nice third-degree burn. Okay, go and find out. Okay, so guys, we don't use water. I mean, everyone's instinct is to say, okay, because water puts out fire, ma. Okay, if you play online games, you also know lah. Water element will fight fire element. So it is very natural of us to think, oh, okay, I have a fire now, so I better go get water and put it out. No, water is very shitty at putting out fire. Okay, so don't do that. You need a fire extinguisher. Okay, you see, dry powder is good for everything. Dry powder, dry powder, dry powder, dry powder. Dry powder is good for every fire. That's why you see dry powder fire extinguisher everywhere. Okay, how do you know it's a dry powder? Very easy one. They will put there A, B, C powder. You go to your school, right? It will say there A, B, C powder. Yes, it's 4-in-1. You see this everywhere. Okay, but you might say, sir, then why do we still need carbon dioxide? Why do we still need carbon dioxide? Because carbon dioxide is for places like kitchen. Okay, you might say, sir, kitchen cannot use dry powder, man. Can. You can use dry powder, but it's going to be really messy. And kitchen, just in case you don't know, is a place where you prepare your food. So you don't want to contaminate your food if it's just a small fire. So you will use carbon dioxide instead. Because carbon dioxide, the good thing about carbon dioxide is it's not messy. It's gas. It won't leave behind any residue. But your ABC powder will. Okay, I mean, carbon dioxide is not as good as dry powder, but at least there's no residue. Okay. Oh my God, stop with Minecraft. I'm gonna ban Ariel from referring to Minecraft from now on. Okay, so guys, that is your fire blanket. Here, fire blanket. Okay, so we have water extinguisher, dry powder extinguisher, foam extinguisher, carbon dioxide extinguisher. So mostly we will stick to dry powder and carbon dioxide. Guys, have you seen a water extinguisher before? Not really, isn't it? Not really, isn't it? I mean, have you seen a fire extinguisher with water inside? No. Okay, so it's because, like I said, water sucks at removing, uh, in putting out fire. Okay. So anyway, fire blanket is a special blanket made of fire-resistant substance. This blanket covers the fire and prevents oxygen from seeping below the blanket, which will eventually extinguish the fire. It serves the same purpose as a powder. It gets rid of the oxygen. Okay, it stops the oxygen from touching the fuel. So when you cut off the contact, the fire will stop. Okay, this material is the same material as the uniform of the fireman. Okay, guys, do you know this, right? The fireman's uniform is fire retardant. Okay, the same material they would use to make F1 suit. If you watch F1 or if you watch MotoGP, any motorsports lah, guys, if you were to go race, okay, you will need a special racing suit. And why do you need a racing suit? Because motorsport is also a very high risk of you catching fire. So that suit material is made from special material so that you don't catch fire. Okay, one of it is Kevlar. You know Kevlar? You have Kevlar, you have Cordura, you have all these man-made fabrics. You know Kevlar? Kevlar is the thing where you used to make your anti-ballistic armor, your bulletproof armor lah. You use Kevlar. Yeah, you die for skull fracture. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Anyway, so how do you stop a fire? You remove heat. What do? You spray water or carbon dioxide. You remove fuel. How do you see? You can't remove fuel. You can only reduce it. Reduce the amount of burning materials. Okay. So guys, if you are very rich like KLCC, you know KLCC, right? Okay. If you go to the convention hall of KLCC, not the shopping center part, the convention center part, you know, everything in the convention center is fire, what do I put this? It's fire resistant. Okay. Even their carpet and their chair is fire resistant, which costs a lot of money. Right? That's why, okay, how do I know this? Because the first semester of me studying engineering. Okay, guys, just in case you don't know, I used to study engineering. Okay. And engineering, we used to study firefighting. Okay. And our first semester's assignment, we were Okay, we were in different groups. Okay, for what? To study law. Okay, you see, every one of our group got assigned to one shopping center, and you have to go to the shopping center to study their firefighting, firefighting characteristics. So see if the mall is good for firefighting. Hey, in terms of everything, firefighting involves everything, even the width of your staircase, the width of your main entrance, your keluar sign. How clear is it? Because you see, do you know there are building laws that requires you to build wide staircase? If your staircase is not wide enough, if there's a fire, what's gonna happen? And those shopping center staircase, the fire staircase, the thing has to close all the time. But nobody gives a shit, isn't it? We sometimes just enter the mall using the fire staircase, and some people even smoke there. Okay, and then outside your mall, there should be a fire hydrant, at least one. And next to the fire hydrant, there should be a place where you can park your fire engine. Okay, your fire engine. And usually all the malls we have studied, the fire engine place will be occupied by some kind of motorcycle or some car, because nobody gives a shit. Because everyone just has this mindset thinking that, won't got fire one lah. Right? We all have this mindset. Okay, so you can say that most shopping centers, they fail. Right? Even some shopping centers, right, it's so ridiculous. The sprinkler is empty. The pipes up there, the sprinkler is empty. Okay? Then you must say, sir, then got fire how? Till then, you got see any malls on fire in Malaysia before? I got Ambi Valley a few times. A few times. That's all. Have you seen One U on fire? Have you seen KLCC on fire? Have you seen Pavilion on fire? Not really. Okay, because Malaysia is lucky lah. We don't get a lot of all these, fire. So we just kind of slack. Okay, we just thinking that won't so lucky one, won't get it one. Okay, so anyway, so the best way is you reduce the amount of burning material. Okay, anyway, covering, you remove oxygen. Okay, cut contact or fill with oxygen. Cover the surface with fire blanket, wet sack, mud, sand, soil, or foam. Oh, is it? Was it the latest one? Was it the latest one? Okay. You see, malls, you know how they fight fire? One of the ways is by building all risky fuel stuff at one level. Have you noticed this, guys? Have you noticed this? Usually, if you go to a shopping center, right, the food court is at the most bottom floor. And it's only one floor. You will never see clothing, restaurant. Clothing, restaurant. No, you won't see restaurant like in the middle of clothing, right? Not because people don't like that. Okay, it's because of firefighting purposes, right? You see, if you go to Bukit Jalil Pavilion, food court is usually at the lowest floor. Okay, the floor where you find kiochon there. Okay, all the eating stuff. And then you have some restaurants at the top floor. Right? You won't see like restaurant in other floors one. It goes for all shopping center. Okay, if they want food, that's one floor for it. KLCC the same thing. Food, they will, okay, maybe not one floor, but they will keep it to one corner one. Okay, maybe you want a restaurant, it will be a food court for you. Right? You won't see, because you see, if there's restaurant, they have something called LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. That means your cooking gas, like your mom's cooking gas, they have a metal container to it one. So because cooking is very high risk fire activity, so they keep it to one place. If there's a fire, it will be at that place. Okay, like Mid Valley. Okay, when there's a fire, it's usually the restaurant section. And then in case the fire broke out and it's very serious, they have something called fire shutter. It's fire shutter. Some shopping centers, they're very funny one. Okay, let's say this is a walkway of a shopping center. You will see like a door here. Okay, and then this door, will just go past here and then you come back on. Like there's a door at the side. The door has no purpose one. Right? Have you seen that before? You are walking, okay, you know shopping center is shops and shops here, right? Okay, so you walk here, and then suddenly there's a door at the side. And then the door you open, it just goes to the other side one. Ah, you might say, Hassel, it dumb me why you build a door here? Because when there's a fire, they will close this with a shutter, with a roller, you know those metal roller gate. This is what we call a fire shutter. Okay, and now you can escape from here. Okay, so this is all firefighting. Okay, and not because they want to build it that way, not because they want to build it that way, because the laws require them to do so. How do I know this? Because I used to study that. There are many laws you have to follow, and unfortunately, Malaysia, most shops they also don't follow one. Okay, because of corruption. You can just pay the officer, they will just close one eye and okay, you do. Not to say illegal. I mean, shopping centers is too big. Shopping centers are too big, they have to follow. But certain shops, right? Certain shops are okay. Guys, do you know that? Do you know that? If your business involves a lot of customers, let's say you're a salon, you're a hair salon, let's say you're a tuition center or any education stuff lah. If you open on the second floor, do you know you need a backup staircase behind? You know what's a backup staircase? You go to the back alley of certain shops, you see there's like a metal ladder going down one. That is required by law. Okay, but do you see everyone doing it? No. You see even some Kumon, you see some Kumon. You know what's Kumon? Okay, any education centers lah. Sometimes you go to the back alley, you see, where's the staircase? Why trauma? You hate Kumon, Okay, so if you go there, right? If you go to the back alley, you're like, where's the staircase? And if anything breaks out, if any fire breaks out, how are the kids gonna escape? Oops. Till then, because they just pay the officer, because you see, your building needs to pass certain tests by the fire department before they can issue you a license to operate. Usually people will just pay for it. They will just pay the officer, ask them to close one eye, and then they will give you the license. Okay, you see, Malaysia is great, isn't it? Okay, so what if there's a fire and it kills someone? Then they will start the finger pointing. Oh, you see, Bomba, they give fake license. Oh, I don't know, they pay me too. You blame the other department. Because fire department got many department. This is not my job. Okay, you go find them. So point here, point there. So I mean, so far we have yet to have any serious fire case lah. So far, okay. What if there's a very big fire case that kills like 200 people next time? I'm not going to be surprised. Okay, when there was why do you guys hate Kumon so much? Most of my students say they hate Kumon one. What's wrong with Kumon? They're every freaking way, isn't it? Homework every day. Isn't it a good thing? Isn't it a good thing? You practice more, you improve, Y'all are very hard to entertain on. Go homework then complain. No homework also complain. Okay, so safety measure. How do you stop fire? Number one, keep flammable things away from fire, obviously. Number two, be aware of electric appliance. Try to buy branded appliance. Don't buy some unknown brand later the day explode. Okay, do not plug too many electrical appliances to a single source. Okay, I mean an extension okay lah, but you don't extension within extension. Like one extension, you put an extension on it. That's asking for trouble. Okay, put smoke alarm. Do not throw away cigarette butts when it's still burning. Keep flammable stuff in the same place. I mean, in China, it's not that it's bad, but you need certain certification or buy quality ones. Okay, guys, hang on now. Let me go to the toilet real quick. I'll be back. Okay, hi guys. Let us go to the exercise, shall we? Okay, we have like what 10 minutes left, so we can kind of finish this if we can. Okay, so shall we? Can you please go to page 12? Oh, guys, by the way, next week, sorry, not next week, next month, October, will be our last month for year 7. November, we will enter year 8. Okay, November, we will enter year 8. Okay, because year 7 stuff is kind of easy. Okay, so next month, right, we will have a total revision. Okay, we have a total revision. I mean, yeah, I know you're bored with revisions already, but we have to do it for your finals. Okay, I mean, your finals should have no problem lah, because this is your first year and things are still not very difficult. Okay, oh guys, if you need to rewatch any chapters, please let me know. I can send you the replay, no problem. Okay, anyway, so what is combustion? Okay, combustion is fuel with oxygen to produce. I'm just gonna write the keyword here. Okay, fuel and oxygen, you get light and heat energy. Okay, it's a process. Okay, it's a process. I mean, if you want a full answer, it's here lah. Okay, a reaction when the substance is heated, blah blah blah. Okay, knock yourself over it. Okay, anyway, next, combustion triangle. So we have our oxygen. Okay, you need fuel and you need heat. Guys, you know this is the same thing that happens in your car. This is the same thing that happens in your car. How does your car produce power? How does your car move? You give it petrol. Okay, and it will suck air from the surrounding. That's why you have an air intake. And how do you give it heat? You have something called spark plugs. You know what is a spark plug? You know what is a spark plug? It's a thing that makes fire. Okay, when it has a fire, your car will start burning. Yes, your car. That's why, guys, the engine of your car, the thing in front of your car, maybe it's behind of your car, I don't know, if you drive a sports car. Okay, the engine in front of your car is called an internal combustion engine. Heard of it before? Heard of it before? Okay, they use cylinder and pistons to make power. Do you know, guys, do you know what is a piston? Okay, do you know what is a piston? So this is your internal combustion engine, right? So our car uses internal combustion engine. Yes, yes, okay, the cylinder and piston, right? I'm sure if you drive a normal car, you have 4 cylinders in your car. Okay, 4 pistons in your car. Right? Anyway, so combustion is a chemical process which involves the reaction of fuel with oxygen gas to release heat and light energy. Combustion can only occur when fuel, oxygen, and heat are present. If one is missing, then the whole thing won't light up. And surprisingly, Yuhan is not here today. Yuhan is not here. Hino is not here. Who else is not here today? Wait, there's one more missing, right? Who else is not here today? Oh my god, for the life of me, I can't remember. Okay, so next D. Ahmad attended a camp and assigned to cook. While making preparations for cooking, he found out that the firewood collected were wet. Wet firewood cannot be burned. Explain why. Okay, good. This is a very good question. Okay, why wet firewood cannot burn? Because wet firewood contains water. Okay, contains water. So there is not enough heat to burn. Okay, so when it's wet, you cannot burn. Okay, not enough heat. You have water to absorb the heat. So it's like your fireworks. If your fireworks is wet, then it's no chance that it's burning. Okay, next, number 8. So this is your campfire. What is the meaning of combustion? Oh my God, it's the same question. Okay, it's a process of your fuel mixing with oxygen to produce light and heat energy. What are the 3 components that are needed to produce a fire? Okay, you need fuel, you need heat, and you need oxygen. Okay, guys, I have a question. I have a question. Out of all fuel, right? We have so many types of fuel, right? Why petrol? Such is life, isn't it, Yuri? Okay, why petrol? Why petrol? Because you have something called energy density. Okay, energy density. Okay, you see, what is energy density? That means within the same gram, within the same mass, how much energy you are getting. All right. So you see, these are the things that we are familiar with. Okay, you might say, last time steam engine, the steam engine last time, the one that pushes train around. Do you know what they use? Yes, the choo-choo one. Okay, you know what they use? What do trains use last time? They can use wood, no problem. Okay, can you see the first row is wood? But nobody uses wood. Most people uses coal. You know why? Can you see the energy density? Can you see the energy density? The same kg, wood gives you, that means 1 kg, wood gives you 16 million joule, coal gives you 24 million joule. Coal gives you 50 more percent energy. So which one would you carry? Would you carry 1 kg of coal or would you carry 1 kg of wood? You see what I mean now? You see what I mean now? There's a reason why we don't burn wood. Guys, wood is a very shitty source of energy. It's only 16. Okay, if you look at gasoline, it's gasoline. Gasoline is our petrol, the petrol we put in our car. Can you see petrol is really good? Petrol is 46. Okay, petrol is 46. So petrol is really good. Diesel is close. Diesel is 45. That's why diesel and petrol is not much difference. And do you know it's uranium? You know it's uranium? Uranium is that thing we used to make nuclear bomb. It's 3.9 million. 1 kg of uranium will give you 3.9 million joule. Okay? Guys, you need uranium-235 to make atom bombs. To use a nuclear reactor. No, it's not. Okay? No, please don't go there. Okay, guys, there's a reason why we stick to gasoline. Okay? Petrol, okay? Gasoline is what the dumb Americans call their petrol. Okay, so why would you use wood? Guys, if you do the comparison, petrol is 3 times the power, 3 times the energy of wood. Okay, that means if you eat wood and you eat petrol, petrol is going to make you more fat. I mean, we don't eat petrol, okay, but you get what I mean. Okay, anyway, so C. Kelly wants to put out the fire. She puts a pile of dry leaves and twigs on the fire. Wow. Is Kelly's action correct? Of course, no. Okay, so explain why. Because they have the dry leaves and twigs, they have low ignition temperature. Okay, they are fuel. They will make the fire bigger. Okay, guys, this is the exact reason why forests they catch fire. You know what is forest fire? Forest fire is very common in Australia. Okay, during their summer, it's very common because summer in Australia is crazy hot as hell. Yeah, Canada too. Okay, even California, the same thing. Okay, their winter, their summer can get really hot, like 40 something degrees. That's when combine that with leaves and twigs, that's how we start a fire. Okay, so suggest one substance which can be used to flame off the fire that's caused by oil burning. Explain the answer. What can you use to put out oil fire? Not water, definitely. So what can you use? You can use wet sand. Okay, because it cuts off fuel from contacting oxygen. Okay, it stops oxygen from contacting fuel, whatever. Okay, so the fire extinguishes. Okay, there's no more oxygen, then there's no more fire. Okay, guys. Oh, fun fact, guys. Fun fact, you know those substation? Okay, before I go, you know what is a substation? You know what is a substation? A TNB substation. I'm sure you have this nearby your house. Okay, I'm sure you have this nearby your house. Okay, guys, inside there, it's a very expensive device called a transformer. Not that transformer, okay? Not that shitty movie. Okay, so you have a very expensive transformer inside, and there's no humans inside there, right? There's no human inside there. So what happens when they detect a fire? What happens when they detect a fire? They will immediately release carbon dioxide gas. So inside there will be full of carbon dioxide. If you are inside, you'll be suffocated to death. Okay? You might say, so why do they use that system? Because they want to save their device, right? You think they give a shit about human? Plus, there shouldn't be any humans inside. So they just use that carbon dioxide system. So there will be a warning there that says this place releases carbon dioxide, uses carbon dioxide fire suppression system. Do not enter. Okay, so they already warn you. So if you go inside, if they release carbon dioxide, you will die inside. Okay, because they're trying to save their transformer. You know what's a transformer? You'll learn this electricity next time. This is called a transformer. Okay, you have the same thing in your charger too, you know. Okay, the job is to convert high voltage into low voltage. Oh my god, stop. Not that transformer. It's a shitty movie anyway. Okay, anyway, guys, do you have any question? Do you have any question? I shall finish this chapter next week. Okay, I shall finish this chapter next week, and then October we'll go for revision. Yes, it's gonna be boring, but guys, November we'll go into year 8, and that's when things get interesting. Year 8, you'll be learning a lot of things. Okay, you'll be learning about food digestion, you'll be learning about lungs, you'll be learning about heart, you'll be learning about reproduction. You'll be learning about your PP. Okay, okay, so guys, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Okay, you have a good Friday and weekend ahead. Okay, I will see you next week. Okay, so have a good one, guys. See you. Good night and bye bye.